Hey, how's it going? Okay, so today we are going to make some new maps for the Lyra project. Before I did that though, I reorganized my project just a little bit. I've seen some other devs do this, creating the underscore main folder, and I like it. It just makes your custom code easier to find. The only thing I did was move over the characters from last video into this folder. I was going to make the maps inside of here as well, but after today's tutorials, I realized that it either needs to be in the same place as the other Lyra stuff, or we need to reorganize our project completely. Maybe next episode we'll do that, so for now, this is all I've got going on inside the main folder. So the map that I'm adding today is the Multistory Dungeon project you can find on Epic Marketplace, or Unreal Market. This is my go-to project for indoor playtesting as it's super lightweight and honestly it just looks great. It makes me feel like I'm playing a real game just that much faster. One thing I do want to call out about this project is that if you decide to use it as well, in the level blueprint itself, there comes this logic that is not going to play nice with Lyra. It took me a couple hours of learning the Lyra reload mechanics and troubleshooting my maps and characters before I figured out that the level itself has this R button associated with something else. So you're going to want to just delete everything inside of the level blueprint. Anyway, I put these in the shooter core content maps folder with the other test level that you see here. Map test is just a clone I made of the shooter gym while I was troubleshooting. And test dungeon is going to be our main map that we are testing in for the purpose of this video. One or two of the tutorials I was following had issues making new maps from scratch because they weren't placing the pickup items or blueprints into the level, and it caused the AI to bug out and freeze because it didn't have anything to reload or grab health. So as you can see, I've placed enough items throughout the level, I shouldn't have any issues there. And while I have a moment here, I just want to shout out today's tutorials. Here are the 4 that was related to this topic that I had saved in my playlist. Again, I'm going to recommend a blend between Smart Poly and Leaf Branch games. Antic tutorial was fine, but they're looking at reorganizing the entire game and building some other mechanics that are different from what I envisioned for my project. And Nomadic, no offense to them, but there was no talking or editing. It really wasn't much of a tutorial. And he beats me to the gun. Dang it. So the level design, it's not perfect. I just placed these items kind of randomly, kept the dungeon as is. It's not designed for this kind of gameplay, but it is still more fun to me than playing in a blockout level. At least for now, until we know the kind of levels that we want. But I did try to make it a little more interesting, putting guns in the corners near the spawn points, portals to the enemy side, heals being either out in the open or tucked into tight corners that you could throw grenades in. Whenever I couldn't find them running around on the map, I knew that they were stuck up in the top spawn zone that I created. I assumed that their AI would have them take the portal to come down and fight us, but it seems I might have overestimated them. Except the one time that the enemy did pop out and fight me from the portal. I figured it's because of the rocks blocking the way, so I'm going to go back and fix these in just a little bit. But we're not quite finished setting things up, so let's get back to the code. The final thing I wanted to do today was add the level to the main menu. So we go into Shooter Maps, Content, System, Playlists, and in here we can duplicate one of the existing data assets for a level to edit and make the duplicate into our own. As you can see, I have DA Test Dungeon here. And the details we have to set are where the map is located in our project, if it's an elimination or control game mode, are 2 options for now. And then we can set the title, the description, and icon. Okay, with everything set up, now you can see in the lobby menu, our dungeon has been added to the list. And if I go to the main menu, We can see the option is in here as well. I think it looks pretty cool, honestly. Just want to show you that you can load the game from the main menu, so everything is all working. Ugh, deja vu here. Despite my efforts, they are still getting stuck up there sometimes. I did find out that I can use the dash to jump up, which made for some cool gameplay. Once they respawn, it seems like everything is fine again. So my assumption was, let's remove this rock. I also noticed that they are walking around the platforms up top that are supposed to push them off the ledge when they step on it, so I made those a little bit bigger too. But on my final playtest, it didn't seem to matter. The enemy was still getting stuck up there. I might keep messing with it just to see how to get them down, or I might just move the spawn points. I thought it'd be cool to split them up like that and have them up there, but it's not worth the headache. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy these, maybe learn something. The tutorials that I followed are linked below. See you next week, where I'm either going to make a new game mode, or I might deep dive into the settings and the project structure. I haven't decided yet.